Ooh, die birdie, die birdie, die birdie, die! Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, Macattack here. Welcome to the first ever episode of Breakdown, the show where instead of asking, was this game good or not, we ask, what does this game have as their game mechanics and why do we react to them the way that we do? The purpose of this show is to help us as gamers to realize what it is we actually want in games and what makes a good game versus a bad game. As such, we will be analyzing both good games and bad games to try and decide which one do we like more and what parts of them, because there's no game that's all perfect, there's no game that's all bad. So, as you can probably tell, we are starting off this series with Tomb Raider. This game is sold incredibly well, and I know it's kind of all over the internet, but hey, we're going to do it anyways because it is awesome. That's why. So, starting off with the title screen, because let's admit it, title screens are very important. Much more important than we actually even realize for the most part. It's been said that the first impression, aka the first, believe it or not, 30 seconds of seeing anything is the time where we make about 75% of our judgments of whether we like it or not. As such, your impressions of the opening credits and the opening screen are incredibly important. As you can tell, this game is... I can't start, but... Mark, what do you know? Anyways, this game is done with a very cool kind of thing. It would be a little slower with a... much slower with a controller, which I'm used to playing with. Just to give you guys a little bit of a heads up, this is the first time I've ever played a game with keyboard over controllers, so we're going to try this out anyways. But yeah, it's pretty cool so far. I have 2 friends online. Sweet. So, as you can tell, they've got a cool effect coming at us here with just the sounds are going perfectly with the images on the screen. Sound quality is very important to a game because it actually adds a lot to the general feel. And as you can tell, this entire scene has the sort of feel of just the uneasiness and the feel kind of cold. I love the water on the screen effect. Let's go into their options here. What options do we have here? We have button mapping, matchmaking, graphics. Let's go to graphics, see what we can do here. Yeah, it looks all pretty good. So yeah, a lot of stuff here. It probably would have benefited a little better with having a little more basic of basic graphics. I find that there's 2 types of people who play games. There's those who know what they're doing and those who have no clue what on earth they're doing. So when you're creating a game, game options menu, it kind of helps to focus on those different things. Your basic menu should be basically, imagine this person doesn't know very much about video games. So just stick to the very basic stuff, full screen, resolution, and then graphic settings, low, medium, high type stuff. Motion blur, that's fair. Screen effects, that's fair to put on there. Quality is custom right now. Aspect ratio, it's a little above some people. Display 1, refresh rate 60 Hz, that's a little above people. VSync is becoming a little more commonly known. We're going to our advanced here. There we go, there's everything. This is probably the only game I've ever known of which has an entire system basically for the hair quality. Yep, that's crazy. Anyways, I don't want to focus too much on this. This is just going to be a brief run through of the game to sort of get us going on it. So let's start a new game. Create new save. I'm just gonna take the middle ground of this one because it's very hard to commentate and play at the same time.
That the extraordinary is in what we do, not who we are.
Now this is pretty good quality here.
Set out to make my mark, to find adventure, but instead, adventure found me.
Ominous, very nice. And I love the quality of this. This is just beautiful, beautiful quality right now. I'm not even playing on top graphics, and this is still beautiful, beautiful quality. And that was the first time I died.
In our darkest moments, when life flashes before us.
This is a lot of scenes showing the fact that she is actually not an adventurer. She's feeling very unready for all this, which helps with the character development.
Something that keeps us going.
Makes us feel like this person can't really handle this, but she's going to go fight. It just makes us fall in love with the character more because we realize how hard this is for her.
Something that pushes us.
Who grabbed her? If he's all the way over there, who grabbed her? That's what I have to ask. I don't think that mystery is ever really answered. Maybe it's supposed to be some sort of... Might be something, you know, her memory of her father grabbed her. And, of course, that was for all the fanboys out there, apparently. But anyways, we won't go there. We won't focus on that part. But yes, beautiful, beautiful title sequence there. And it's a fairly, not too bad of a cut over to the game graphics again. This is a very cinematic game. I will give it that. And again, I love the water on the screen effect. I honestly wanted to try and wipe off my screen when I first played this.
This would happen. Come on, Doctor. Where the hell out here? No sign of Rocky Laura.
Oh, and just to give you that little scare at the top. And now the opening credits happen. This would be a lot more dramatic without the subtitles, but as I'm talking through most of this, I wanted to have the subtitles on just so you guys know what's actually going on. Most of you guys should know this storyline by now, but hey. Now there's a lot going on here for the environment. Just the fact of how dirty the place looks, how diseased. Even the amount of skulls that are there, that's just sort of a lighter thing, but there are so many different details there just to give you the feeling. And she's already completely filthy. Now, as far as intros go, I've got to admit, that is actually a pretty decent intro. I mean, we saw that Laura... Sorry, Laura, I'm just going to leave you. Just don't struggle. Don't struggle with it. Anyways, we saw how Laura felt. We got introduction to some of the characters there on the beach. Didn't get to see too much about them, but we got to see, you know, that the doctor guy is a jerk, and the one girl is the one person who's trying to hold them all together. People who care for each other and stuff like that. And we got to see, more importantly, the fact that Laura is not a character who feels ready to do any of this kind of stuff. We don't know much about why she's out there. She doesn't know much about what's going on there, but she just seemed like your average young woman, and she feels totally overwhelmed at this point. And that just makes us fall in love with the character as we see her try to push forward, try to get in there. On top of that, we got a general setting place there. We got ourselves showing that this is a very dark island, very stormy, very unsettling. You feel like you're always at risk on this island. We see this tomb area right now. See if I can get her. Come on. There we go. In this tomb area right now, this is very creepy. We've got ourselves a bunch of candles and skulls, and just everything looks dirty and filthy. These rags that we are on, they aren't just clean rags. They've got like stains and everything on them.
Help!
Use WASD keys to move. Yes, I know how to do this. I'm just talking to them. It's a good tutorial as well to give us the general idea of how this thing goes. Just gives you guys a bit of a... Makes you feel like you've really accomplished something. At the same time, it also... Oops. Makes you feel like you've accomplished something and doesn't give you too much to deal with at once. Except for the fact that I'm currently going around in circles. Whee! This is fun.
It's gonna hurt.
Let's see if we can get this going in circles here. Woohoo! Because that's a lot more fun than actually doing what we're supposed to do. Okay, anyways. This, and then just to give us a little reminder that this is not a kid's game. Yeah, everyone saw that coming. Doesn't matter how many times you see that, that's still horrible. And this is a lot more horrible. That was smart. Fun fact about knives, they don't come out the same way they went in, and they come out, the more crooked you pull them, the more they hurt. Ow. Bones would be even worse because they're just so dull. Oh, that's horrible. Okay, a little blur effect going on here from the pain. I hope it's because of the pain, because I don't think I have a 3D screen or anything. Okay.
Oh God. No, no, no.
Okay, I don't know who this person is. I don't think it ever actually explains who this character is.
What is this place? What happened to you?
You're relatively new here, though. That's pretty sad. So disgusting. Don't think there's anything in here for us to actually... It's pretty linear at this point. It's a tutorial level, so that's the important part about the tutorial is, A, you gotta realize that the person is going to have to do it time and time again. So you can't make it too easy, can't make it too just brainless. You have to make it something entertaining that they won't... For instance, Skyrim, no one really wants to sit through and watch the same intro about 5 times in a row. It gets a little overwhelming by that point. But on the other hand, you gotta also realize that when the person first plays this game, you gotta ease them into it. You can't just give them everything at once. So the only 2 ways you can really do that is A, do it like this one did, where it's something incredibly entertaining and have something explaining why she can't do all the crazy stuff she does at the end, at the beginning. Or B, do it like some games do, where you can just skip the tutorial altogether. So let's continue walking through, because this place is giving me the creeps. Okay, let's see if we can avoid touching these things. This is a lot easier to do without the controller. With the control, oh, the controller. Rats. Not that it actually affects anything, but leave myself out. Can I just cut this thing? I would seriously just cut this thing down at this point. Urgh. Luckily, there's nothing that happens if you just... If you hit that too many times, nothing actually happens. It makes you feel, though, like something's going to happen if you do. So I can just go right through right now. Just nothing happens. Haha. Cold E. You can hear them talking, though. That's a little creepy.
No, we must go.
Get through, get through, get through.
Damn it.
Gives you the idea of the survival instinct, which is actually pretty cool. Just if you're ever really stuck, highlights everything. That's a nice feature to have. Okay. Laura, you don't understand the idea of being stealthy, do you? You horrible, horrible stealth person. You would never make it as a ninja. Come on. Hold it. What? I lost my fire already? Light that thing. There we go. Laura, you are a lousy ninja. You make a lousy ninja. As I said at the beginning, I will probably be stumbling through this a lot just because I am not used to using mouse and keyboard, because I've never had a good mouse and keyboard. I've always used the Xbox controller for the... for the computer. Yes! For all your male audience, if you ever want to get them going, even you're supposed to be stealthy through, make a giant explosion, because that's totally how you do it. Okay. Something's gonna happen here, something's so gonna happen. Oh, it's happened. It's happened. It's happened. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. No! Never stop struggling.
That was close. Oh shit, that was close.
And that goes the first QuickTime scene, probably the easiest one you will ever have inside this game. Again, this is a very cinematic game, so there's a lot of different camera angles, but they do a decent job here. I mean, you feel very claustrophobic here. You can't really turn around actually at all, but you can totally still see where you're going. You can see all the stuff you need to see. You can see how she's struggling through this. They did a good job. Everything here is very, very put in here for a reason. It's all very thought out, well thought out on this. Okay. Around a bit. Creepy. And we're gonna lose our torch again. Yes, again. Always again. Okay, we can't go up there, so let's look for a way out. Ooh, look, it's a rampy thing.
Thank God.
This game has a lot of puzzles. I actually am very impressed with what they did with this game.
What is this?
It definitely shows that the platforming industry is not dead. The platforming genre still has a chance. Just makes it a lot more 3D, a lot more well thought out, and there's a lot of physics in this game. This game is a very physics-driven game, and physics-driven games are really not, there's not many well done physics games I find. So good, congrats to them for doing it. Okay. What do we need to do now? Okay, obviously we can't jump to that. What else can we do here? What other stuff can we do? Makes more damage. F. Okay. So it's not that. Survival instincts. Oh, are we supposed to light that on fire? Really? Were we supposed to let it on fire? Oh, no, we just jumped to it. Okay. Oh, and that puts this thing full. There we go. There we go. Fill her up. And then we probably shove it, right? Now do we shove it? Do we shove it now? F. Oh, shoot. I was supposed to light first. Oh, shoot. Always pay attention to these things. Silly Lara. Pay attention to what you're doing. Again, this is a good tutorial type game because it's impossible to fail, but it's very easy to do it wrong the first time. So you can't actually fail at doing this, but at the same time, for someone who hasn't played this game yet, you may get stuck a few times. You have to do it a few times. It's that trial and error type thing that just sort of gives you baby steps and makes you feel like you're actually accomplishing something. It gets the player... Because listen, man, if it's a game that the player doesn't have to think through, then it's not going to be a fun game. It's going to be something that the player is not going to enjoy. It's going to just be boring. If you played a first-person shooter and every single time you took a shot, you would gain more ammo and gain more health, that would be a very boring first-person shooter. Choices are worthless without consequences. That's what this game definitely shows you. Okay, and everything instantly refills. You can do this as many times as you want and it will still work. But I don't want to do this too many times, so we're just going to keep going. Let's head on up. Head on up, head on up, head on up. And this time we're going to do it right. We're going to light it first. And now we're going to... That's right. Do it like a boss. Oh, shoot. Lara, did you really have to jump down next to the giant mines? Let's gain some XP for that. That's really cool. I love games where you level up. This game definitely levels up. You get choices of how you want to level up, what weapons you want to level up first, stuff like that. Oh, shoot. Not that way. Okay, this is feeling a little more panicked. Come on. Oh, shoot! Oh, boy. And now we start doing this stuff. Oh, wow. Not this. Ow. Okay, we're okay now. Keep running. Keep running, Lara. This is feeling very chaotic. Got the camera shaking to make us feel a little uneasy. It's not staying steady. It's hard to focus on where we're going. Got no control really over where... Well, I got a little control over where I'm going. It's very easy to not see the... Oh, shoot! Oh, shoot, not this again. Not this, not this, not this, not this. What? It didn't tell me what button to push. It didn't tell... Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Anyways, as you can see, it has a lot of showing us what we're doing and just... It gives you that sense of an easiness. Okay, let's run. Let's do this, Lara. We can do it. We can do it. Good place to pause it. Just saying. What? That is not a button. What button is that? That is no button. Okay, this is a little bit of a glitch. How am I supposed to know what button that is? Do I just hit a random button? Do I just hit any button? It does not have this. I might have to switch the Xbox controller for this. Nope, it was just hit any button you want. Okay. That works. That works for me. So apparently when that button comes up, the little exclamation mark, it means hit any single button you want. It doesn't really matter. Either that or out of all the buttons on my keyboard, I chose the right one right away. Oh, Lara. Silly Lara. You lost your torch again. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's gonna hurt. Still not used to using keys. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh shoot. Ah! Definitely gives you enough time to deal with this, but you feel very rushed. You feel like this is you pausing for a second, you're gonna get crushed. They do a good job of this, man. Oh boy. I mean, even knowing that it's actually really hard to fail that. I've felt panic doing that. That's a good sign of a good tutorial, because it makes the player feel rushed, even though this is my second or third time doing this. Probably second time. Yeah, second time doing this. And now just a moment of peace to sort of just realize, oh wow, this is actually a big place. You gotta have the changes in motives, because if it's just go, 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 eventually the body adapts to that. But if you have these moments of peace added in there, it gives us a chance to relax. The moment you have a chance to relax, you just sort of make it more panicked again, and suddenly you realize, you know, it's the change. The constant change between the two extremes makes you feel very uneasy, makes you feel very enthralled with the game. Okay. Let's get moving. That was a nice intro scene there. Most epic opening credits ever.
The lifeboat. Where are they? They must have gone inland.
Okay, this looks safe.
Okay, take it slow.
And now that is a perfectly designed little. Oh. I'm not certain if it actually matters if you tap the left and right as you do this, but I do it instinctively because it's just I don't want to fall. It may actually not matter at all, but again, the game makes you feel like this is what you have to do. The body wants to instantly take care of itself. It's instinct, and the game is playing off of your human instincts. That is a good sign of a good game there. Jump! Ooh, rainbow effect. I like that. The water effects, the graphics of this game, just generally graphics. Once I get myself a top level computer, I am playing this game again just to see how amazing these graphics can be, because this is just beautiful as it is right now. You want to make a game where it's beautiful. No, you can't, Laura. I'm sorry, you can't. You want to make a game where it's beautiful for the people who have a low-end computer just as much as it's beautiful for the people who have a high-end computer. I've got a mid-range Alienware for those who are interested, so when you see the graphics that I'm getting, just realize... Oh, shoot. E? Okay, good. So that's the E button, apparently. Okay. It would help if they gave, you know, a lot of games do this, so I'm not going to complain too much, but it would really help, in my opinion, if they showed the key instead of just use the hand sign when it comes to a computer game.
Come on.
It can't be that hard to do. I mean, even if you're going to have so the keys change, just make it so you can have like a full set of fonts that will just instantly overlay it in. But still. Oh boy. E. No! Lara! If you're playing this on the Xbox, it does actually tell you which button to push, and that is much easier, just to let you know. Okay, let's try this again. It's been a while since I played a game where it actually just shows you the symbols, and I've never been good at it. Okay, E. Why do I keep hitting F? It's E. Okay. So that's a bit of criticism there. And I know that there's people who don't really mind about that, but for people like me, because I don't think I'm that original, people like me, it would be just nice. And you can learn it as you go along. Like, I just learned how to do that there. But still, give us that little peace of mind. Oh boy. Ow. Oh, Lara. That was a little painful looking. Okay. Let's keep going. Walking along the ledge here. You can do it, Lara. Just take it slow. Take it slow, Lara. Take it slow. I just want to go back there for a second. Look at this world. Just look at it. I thought that King Kong was a beautiful game when it came out. This island is so eerily unsafe looking beautiful. She is even as so beautiful. Look at that. Look at the details on that face there. You can see the eyes. It's just the lips. It's like complexion. Sure, the complexion you can tell that it's not a real person, but that is an amazing level of detail. Can you believe that we are actually this level in video games? And that just blows me away. Okay, well, scramble. Space to mid-jump. There we go. Double jump, basically. Simple, not reinventing the wheel or anything. Okay. So what we found here.
Sam! They must have come this way.
Again, the cutscenes give you a little bit of peace, but at the same time, you know that something might pop out at any moment. So it's just, it keeps you on your edge. It just keeps you going. It's that switch again to make you just sort of start to calm down. You just went through something tense.
Sam?
Now you're calming down because you don't know what's going to happen next.
Can anyone hear me?
Seems like nothing's going to happen next, but we're going to find out. And now we're going to go again.
Okay.
Ah! I did F again. Oh, shoot. Maybe that wasn't actually... Actually, I don't think I was able to avoid that one. But it was worth a shot. Maybe it was avoidable. I think I failed it the first time too, actually. Collectibles. I will be back for you. They make a really good job of just making you feel like you're unsafe. You are not safe right now. And seriously, Lara, this is not the best thing to wear to a very cold place, just saying.
Is anyone listening? Please respond.
You just see her and she looks completely frozen right now. It looks like she's near death. That's good body posture and just... They did a good job. They made her a real character. And that's what I have respect for her. Because, I mean, Lara has been the big symbol of... That's a very big match. But anyway, she's been the big symbol of, you know, sexy video game characters for so long now. It's just nice to see her taken in this kind of light where she's a real person. She's not a total inhumanly awesome person with inhumanly proportions. She's much more someone you can relate to, and she's just, it's not that she wants to do this, this is what she has to do. I have respect for them for doing that. This is a nice kind of scene to sort of show that time is passing. Good deal of time is passing. This is another good way to get some plot exposition out of the way through waiting for the call. Because plot exposition it adds a lot to the story, but it's hard to stick in.
Here's the soon-to-be world-famous archaeologist, Lara Croft, in her native habitat. She's on the hunt for the lost kingdom of Yamatai, home to the fabulous Himiko, mythical Sun Queen, and ancestor of yours truly.
Sam, this is serious.
Oh, sweetie, I know. I'm just trying to lighten the mood here. Everyone's so on edge. What are you so worried about?
I'm close to something. I'm sure of it. I just don't know if the others will listen. Or even if they should.
Lara, you know this stuff better than anyone. Seriously, I'm not just saying this to make you feel better. I trust you, Roth trusts you. You got this. Now let's take a break, okay?
Okay. And Sam, thanks.
She's not always this serious, you know?
Come on, tackle it! No, it's your chance!
How can you suggest I'm not serious about this expedition, Lara? It's not just Sam's family funding us. I put my savings on the line, too.
We've all got some kind of stake in this. The funding won't last forever, Whitman.
That's precisely why we should push east, not west.
No one believes Yamatai is that far east. The books simply don't support it.
Well, whoever wrote those books never found Yamatai.
I've talked to Roth about this. There's no point in following in other people's footsteps, Dr. Whitman.
I refuse to bet my reputation on your hunch. I'm the lead archaeologist here.
And when were you last in the field without a TV crew behind you?
Got 30 years experience, 2 PhDs, 1 in East Asian history. So why don't you just stick to boats, Mr. Grimm?
Ship, Dr. Whitman. It's a ship. Don't need a PhD to know
Look,
that.
going east will take us directly into the Dragon's Triangle. That's where we need to go.
Lara, my little bird. I'd follow you almost anywhere, but that place has a bad energy.
Bad storms, more like. Makes the Bermuda Triangle look like Disney World. Sign me up.
The stories about Queen Himiko say she could summon storms. Myths are usually based on some version of the truth. What if Yamatai was somewhere in the triangle itself?
Look, this is the satellite imagery from inside the Dragon's Triangle.
That doesn't look good.
If it's wet, I can sail on it.
Oh, don't tell me you're seriously
Reyes is right. We don't have the funds to piss about. It's now or never. Lara's offering fresh ideas and a plan. I'm the captain here. It's my decision. We're going into the Dragon's Triangle.
Why am I even here?
They do a good job here, just sort of showing you how the different characters are, making us fall in love with the characters, because really, you don't get to talk to the characters very often in this one. You get to see them in brief cutscenes, but you don't really deal with them, because usually they're off doing their own thing, and you're off on yourself by yourself on this game.
I can't just sit here. I've got to find something to eat.
Here we go. Now we're gonna get a weapon, which is probably cut it off soon after that, because I just want to show the weapon thing, because that's just a major part of the game. Just took us this long to get to it.
Oh, God. What's going on here? Wait. I can use that bow.
Why do they hang up there with the bow? That's what I want to know. You pick up. Now this is one qualm I've heard many people talk about with this game, is that there are so much ammo on this island. Like, seriously, whoever went through and decided to leave ammo everywhere. There's some guy, you know, Forgetful Fred, and Forgetful Fred is the only reason why Lara survives this island, because he's there dropping his ammo like every single day.
I can do this.
Go. Well, that was safe. You know, if it was just the archery ammo and stuff like that, that would make sense. You know, it's not the greatest weapon off the top, and it's not really the greatest weapon that they have here.
You can have the best form and technique in the world, but it won't mean a thing if you can't focus. The key to using any weapon is focus.
There's so much ammo around here that it's crazy.
I need to find something to eat.
If it's the archery ammo, that makes sense, because, you know, there are collectibles that you have to shoot at. For instance, back at where I saw that collectible that I pointed out earlier, you have to shoot at that. But other stuff, especially when you get the grenade launcher, that's what really does you in, because when you get the grenade launcher, and you're going through there, and you're shooting everything down with the grenade launcher, and you don't feel like you're going to run out of grenades, that's a little overkill. I think they could have really toned back the ammo in this game. Maybe it's a little better in the hard mode, but at least for normal it should be better. This is another thing I like about this game, is that you can aim without having to worry about losing an arrow. Like if you play Skyrim or most games like this, you have a bow and arrow, you can't aim without shooting at least some arrow. This game you can aim without shooting. So let's aim, and then let's shoot it down. Ha ha ha. And now let's find ourselves a deer to eat. This is another nice cutscene that shows that Lara is not really ready for all this stuff that she's going into. Okay. You don't know how to hunt deer, do you, Lara? You gotta go stealthily. You don't want to spook the stupid thing. Okay. There it is. I can't apparently aim from up here. That stinks. And pow. Oh, come on. That was a direct shot at the heart. I should have totally gotten it. Ah! The hunt is on! Bambi, you must get up. Oh, shoot! Don't shoot me. Don't hit me. I'm still not used to this mouse and keyboard. Oh. Ah! That's another cool thing, is that you can't hold the bow forever. Bambi! You must get up, Bambi! That's right. I was the one who killed Bambi's mother, apparently. Actually, looks probably more like his father.
Sorry.
And they don't even let the poor thing die before we kill it, because they just have to show how horrifying this is for Lara. This is seriously an entire game of let's torture Lara. Kind of feel bad for her because of this. No wonder why she ends up being the heartless person who can do just about anything that she ends up being. And there we go.
Back to camp.
And with that, we're going to get ourselves our first upgrade, I believe. Which is probably going to...
You won't always have some fancy gadget to tell you where you are. If you can learn to read the land and the stars, you'll always be able to find your way home.
Okay. Can't really see many stars, Roth. It's very cold and wet. Luckily, this is a very linear game, so... Survival instincts. It's up that way. I wish I had that. Just click a button and bam, you can do all this stuff. Oh, come on, bird. Come on, bird. Where are you, bird? Alright, I can't do it. I tried. Aww. Almost had it. As it again, I'm not quite used to using the mouse. It's a much different feel to it. Before we go back here, I just want to go back to this way and find that totem again. Just because it's going to bug me otherwise. There it is. Get past over here. Come on. Oh, your tight little spot there. And then... There we go. There's different challenges depending on which area you're in, and that's a kind of cool thing as well, because you can travel between the different areas all the time and try and collect them all. If you're like me, who's obsessed with these kinds of things, then hey. Now, this is the camp base, and this is a very cool effect they got going here. Look at this. Switch it around like crazy. They definitely have a big effect going on with this. Keen observations. Low, you spot higher. Find animals and food sources. Okay. Survivalists earn extra rewards when looting apps. Okay, that's tempting. Advanced salvaging. Thoroughly extra salvage. That's very tempting. Bone collector. More extra salvage. Also tempting. That's very... This is all very tempting stuff here. That one's actually locked, so I can't do it. Nope. Increase climbing skills versus the environment. Ooh. That'd be very, very tempting. There's a lot of stuff here, but I like doing stuff that makes you level up faster first, because that gets you more points later on. So. Huh. Okay, let's do the survivalist. Why not? And there we go. Let's master it. There we go. Back. And just, yeah, it's the way that works. But yes, it's definitely, come on, back, back, back. Is there a back button in this? Hello, hello, hello. Ah, escape maybe? There we go. Again, still getting used to the keyboard. This is the base camp. As you can see, they have the major let's go flipping around everywhere, which is kind of cool. That's all unavailable. Close. So, in conclusion, we can decide that Tomb Raider is a game that is very much based on creating experience. From what we've seen with the entire scenery, all meant to make us feel very uneasy, unsafe, with the game constantly switching between the moments of very calm moments and moments of incredible terror. Just the different extremes that we keep bouncing between at a very paced out rate, and then just the fact of the cinematic cutscenes, everything. We can tell this is a game based on one thing mainly, which is to create an experience of feeling uneasy, unsettled, that you're always in danger, and slightly heroic, actually, for that matter, by the end, for pushing your way through it. On top of that, we can also say this game has been pretty well designed. A lot of the stuff that we observed had to been some careful thought put into it. There's so much stuff that can, dumb luck can work out for, but the way that they've that it's just paced and everything, we can assume. I think it's safe to assume that this game was very well thought out. Just even the little things, just where to place things and when something's going to jump out at you. It's very well thought out with how much can the human mind take type thing. Now, there are a few faults with it. It's a little hard when you're playing with the mouse and keyboard versus the Xbox controller. Xbox controller makes it a lot easier just because you can see what you're supposed to hit instead of having to remember what the buttons are. On top of that, it's just a lot easier to, the aim's a little less jerky. And on top of that, there's just the fact of how much freakish levels of ammo there are all over this island. But I'd say this is a game, it's got a good rating for me, I'll give you that. And I think that there's a few things that a lot of other games could learn from. I'd like to see a lot of these, especially the archery aiming type mechanic. I'd love to see that put into a number of other games. I think that I've wasted way too many arrows on shots that I could never aim, or just trying to zoom in and see something. So, I'm going to say right now, other game designers, take note on this game. It's not perfect, but I think that it is definitely worth paying attention to. So, once again, I am Macattack. I hope you guys have enjoyed this first show. If you guys have a game that you want to see me play, then leave in the comments. If you guys have some positive or negative comments you want to say about how to improve or what you liked about the show, leave it in the comments. If you guys want to buy me cake, leave it in the comments, man. Leave it in the comments. That's all I can say. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Adios.